Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, John Miller, Mystery Lethermania, which in definition means a strong desire for freedom. I want to make a perimeter alarm today. I bought this at a gun show. Some states you can buy these. They're a 12 gauge primered about 20 bucks. There's nothing comes out of here except for a piece of cardboard. This pulls back, and in this steel rod there's a hole where this Carter pin goes in there. See that? And 12 gauge shell goes in this slot. You cannot see that, can you? There you go. And then that pin hits the primer, slides down in here like that. Okay. Now, I want to make a perimeter alarm for a bug out bag. Inexpensive, super light. This isn't super light, even though that is aluminum. It's still got some weight to it. And you know, if somebody goes through my bag. You know, cops, they can say whatever they want nowadays. They can do whatever they want, and they know it. And I could just imagine them totally pinning me, because cops just have a hard-on for me. So they'll make up something on that. So I don't want that. And by the way, I did test this. I haven't ever used this in it, but I couldn't believe how much pressure it took to set this off. I mean, you really got to run into it, and you got to use a wire. You can't use like a fishing string. So I want something that's sensitive. I want it for large game like bear, you know, things that want to eat me. Large animals and humans, and I want it super light and easy to put up. You know, use some fishing string, wrap it around some trees, and just make enough noise to wake me up. Okay, and now you can buy these. They're anywhere from 50 bucks to 150 bucks. They're driveway alarms. This one here is made for inside your house. They're extremely loud, and they're extremely sensitive. And they work great inside of a house if you don't have a dog walking around. But for out in the woods, I mean, a leaf will set it off, anything, a twig falling down. So driveway alarms, I'm not really cool on this. I know some of the driveway alarms have sensitivities. I just don't like them. I just don't. I want to make something small, lightweight, easy to use, something that will, yeah, it's filthy. Something that's easy to set up, something you can put in your bug out bag, set up a perimeter around your camp when you go to sleep. Alright? Best way to do that I found, now there's lots of different ways, I've made all kinds of them, but Hallmark cards, I've been making stuff out of musical Hallmark cards for about 15 years now. So when they first started coming out, I was all over it. I thought it was cool that you could light up a light bulb by a tripwire. That's how these work. Now they have, when I open this up, they have motion. This is going to move. Or they got lights in them. This one don't have lights. And they got the sound. I got this one because it has motion. And I'll show you where I got this one. But it's got turbo. I have no idea why. Okay, I'm going to use the speaker, and this is actually quite loud when you get this out of this cardboard. It's a little flat speaker, but I'm going to use the speakers, how these work. You see there's a little band right there, and when it pulls it, it makes the connection, the electrical connection, and makes it work. The reason I got this one with motion is I'm going to use the speaker, but I'm also wanting it to set off some bells. And I was playing with it at Walmart, and it's definitely got enough power. If I put, I'm not sure what's in this yet, but I'm sure I'm going to be able to put some balsa wood or some sort of wood with some bells hanging on it. I'm not going to like that in my bug out bag though, but we'll see what I come up with. But these things are getting a little expensive. This was $10, but $10 for a little lightweight motion detection. Not motion detection, but perimeter alarm, you know, is pretty cheap. And it's going to be super light. These here run 20 to 30 bucks. Yeah. So I'm not going to take this apart on film, but as what I am going to do is I'll show you what's in it, maybe just by a picture, and show you what I came up with. Okay. Now on YouTube you can find all kinds of ways to make perimeter alarms, but this is going to be the easiest way to make a perimeter alarm. I've done it before. It's a cinch. All you're going to do is take that plastic tab and take some hot glue and put some fishing string on it, and you just run it all over the place around all these trees and stuff. It comes out very easy. It doesn't have any pressure to it. It just comes right out, which is what we want. Alright, I'll get back with you on how this is going to turn out and what's inside. Alright, so here's what's in it. This is just a cover, I think, for the battery. For the batteries, it's got 2 watch batteries in it. This is really cool. It's actually a closed-in plastic. Looks like it has it's a gear system. So that'll have all of the strength I need. Here's your speaker and your turbo switch. We're going to use that. That's going to be the pull switch. So that's what's in it. I'm not really sure why it quit playing. I don't know. I think it just got done playing. Alright, there it is. Let me get going, or I'll make something out of this. Okay, I'm going to show you what I got done here so far on this tripwire. I did put some hot glue on the connections on the speaker and in here. I went ahead and took off all the other wires like to the gearbox. Where'd our gearbox go? To this gearbox. It did work with the bells, putting bells on there, but it just wasn't as good as the speaker. And it made it easier to break in a bug out bag and everything else. So I just did away with it. But I do want you to know that that is 3 watts that went to these wires on this connection here. Enough to light up a 3-watt light bulb. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I'm going to put more glue on these connections. I just wanted to show you them first. Come on, work with me. There we go. You see the other connections. But I'm going to try to make this waterproof just by putting black tape on it. Not waterproof, but water resistant. Okay. Another thing I did is I took a nail and I pounded it in here. Okay. I took a zip tie, piece of zip tie. This is a 1/4 inch wide zip tie, and I actually put this in this and then pounded it through there so that it actually left the indentation. There it is. And the other hole here that you see is where the fishing string, the little tiny roll of fishing string, will be hooked to. I'll show you how that works. It gives it a lot more resistance. You actually got to lift this up a little bit to even get it in there because it's at... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's because I'm doing the wrong side. But it definitely gives it a lot of resistance now. You can hear it. That's the metal sticking down from where I poked the hole through. You can hear that. It's definitely a lot of resistance. Okay? I'm going to put a bunch more hot glue over these ends, and I'm going to wrap tape around it if I can. That's kind of weird how this is going to work. I'm going to take some little pieces of wood, and either a ruler or whatnot, and hot glue it all down onto it. Okay? Okay, here's my end result. I made it waterproof with hot glue. It covered all circuit boards, electrical connections on the speaker, everything. I used, my total products are black tape, a tongue suppressor, hot glue, a zip tie, and some fishing string. I'm going to need more. That's not really enough. It's only 80 or 100 yards. I'm going to need more than that. So I took this tongue suppressor, I wrapped the circuit board in black tape, and then I glued it down onto this tongue suppressor, drilled a hole, which it kept wanting to split, and then I kept getting another one, pulling it off of there. It was a pain in the butt. So that was probably the hardest part of this whole thing, is getting a hole in there without it splitting the tongue suppressor. Covered it all in black tape so that the wood wouldn't rot, and even where you see the wood, it's covered in hot glue. So I took a nail and put the zip tie in there, cut it to size, and then took a nail and pounded that piece of metal clip that holds this in here, so that it's got a point in the end of it now that's kind of sharp. And it works with this perforation. It works with this perforation that's on a zip tie to give it more resistance. You know what I mean? I wanted more resistance, so I can wrap this around trees and it not just come out. I mean, now you got to really tug on it to get it to come out. Okay? And that's what we want. You know, I don't want to know when every little thing comes in my perimeter. I just want to know if a deer or bear, something that could eat me, kill me, or something I might want to eat and kill, but and most of all, humans. So this is my end. It's super light, and that's exactly what I was shooting for. Okay, and it does run. It does run out the 3 volt. I didn't end up using this, but I'll save it. This is the gearbox, but I'll save it. I'll definitely use that for something. Okay, now I want you to know, like, there are many different things that you can use. Okay, I just like to play around with electronics. I didn't want something really loud at all, because I don't want to give my position away. I want the element of surprise. So this worked for me, but you can use all kinds of different things. I mean, to be honest with you, you can use a fishing string, wrap it around your perimeter, and have these, and put your fishing string through these, and it'll just jiggle. You know what I mean? And it'll wake you up. And then I showed you the other ones. Here's another one, and I would never use this because it's just too damn loud. It's just too loud. I mean, if it wasn't nowhere near where I'm sleeping, I would use this, and it would probably scare a bear or something away in Montana. But here, this is what it is. Let me show you. You can buy these super cheap, anywhere from a couple bucks from China. Let me show you here. Super cheap, but they are extremely loud. Okay, extremely light. And that's another thing that you can use. But that was my project that I did. It took me a couple hours. It really didn't take that long. My next project is I'm going to be making this battery pack to accept 18650 batteries. And yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but I already got it cut where it's going to be cut, where I'm going to be cutting it. And I'll have to take out some of this. This is actually for AA batteries. I paid $2 for this for China. It took like 2 weeks for it to get here, but so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to put these down in there. They'll only stick up just a little bit. These are a little wider than the extended batteries. And because I really only want one size battery in my bug out bag, and that's this one. And this is this is the only electronic that I want. You know, I want a solar panel. This takes an 18650 battery. It has a charging port, and I'll be able to run my Belfang radios off of it. Alright guys, there you go. It's Mr. John Miller, Mystery Lathermania. Hope you enjoyed.